Stress is a normal part of life that can either motivate us or it can create problems physically, but also mentally. In this video, we're going to dive a bit through the science of stress, the negative effects of stress, and how we can use a positive attitude to start getting better handling stress.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise.
Today we're going to talk about managing stress through a positive attitude. First, let's unpack what happens when we stress. When we stress, cortisol gets released. It's a hormone that's responsible for a lot of different things in the body. The release of cortisol triggers a few reactions in the body. Heart rate goes up, blood pressure goes up, the body releases blood glucose in the system to get us ready for the flight or fight response. And that's very healthy and very normal. That's why we have a hormone cortisol, to trigger all these things to get us ready for the flight or fight response. Unfortunately, if this stress response is constantly on and we don't start working towards actively bringing down our stress levels, this can run into problems due to high blood pressure. Constant high blood pressure is not good. Constant elevated blood glucose, which can lead to diabetes. It affects our immune system, which then can lead us to get more sick quite often. And that makes us take time off work, which can lead to more stress. It then also increases our sleep deprivation. So we actually have less quality of sleep, which runs into a whole different area where we start running into problems. But it also leaves us more fatigued. And fatigued, we have less energy. We've got less drive to do what we need to do. And in return, that in itself then creates more stress. It's therefore important we start taking care of how we manage stress. Getting in some exercise, taking care of our diet, taking care of our coping mechanisms, so where we can start counterbalancing the negative effects of stress and still get the positive side of stress will become better after recovering from the stress. One way we can manage stress is with a positive outlook. Research have shown people that generally cultivate a positive outlook in life manage stress better, they have a lot better blood panel, and also they experience a lot more happiness throughout their life if we can start cultivating a mindset of appreciation, gratitude, and stopping looking for those small things in life that we are always grateful for. It's so easy to get stuck in that negative mindset. You open Facebook, you open social media, Instagram, you read about the news. Have you ever noticed how many of those things always drive around negativity? It's so easy to get sucked up in negativity. That's why we need to take a proactive stand and start cultivating a positive attitude and a positive mindset. So how can we cultivate a positive mindset towards stress? I'm going to give you 5 tangible tips I want you to start practicing to build this whole positive attitude towards stress. And number 1 is practicing gratitude. Every day, take 5 minutes. Start looking for things that went well that day. Start looking for the small things you are grateful for. A very easy thing is right before bed. Think about 3 to 4 things that you are grateful for today, things that you enjoyed doing, or something that went well, or just something you have around you that you are grateful for. Then do the same thing in the morning. Once you've woken up, take 5 minutes, even 2 minutes. Think about 3 to 4 things that you are grateful for today. That can be your cup of coffee in the morning. It can be just seeing the sunrise. It's just pausing and looking for something to be grateful for. If you do that every single day, you'll be surprised after a month of doing that, how easy it becomes to start seeing the positive in small things. Number 2 is surround yourself with positivity. As with negativity, as I said, negativity is everywhere. This is where you need to be proactive and start looking for a positive environment. That might be hang out with some friends, seeing your family, spending time with your loved ones. In an environment of positivity, it's easier to manage stress through a social circle, but also to cultivate a positive mindset instead of always just talking about the negative. Ask yourself, when you're with your friends and family, do you talk more about positive stuff or negative stuff? Like all the problems in the country, all the politics, all this, all that. When last did you actually talk about something that's good? Maybe it's your time to start taking a proactive step in creating that positive environment. Number 3 is finding meaning and purpose. The thing is, if we don't have meaning and purpose, it's easy to get burned out, stressed, anxiety, depression. All these kinds of things start manifesting because why are we doing what we are doing? What's the purpose of waking up every morning? What meaning do I have to life? And that leads back to negativity breeds negativity. If you're not sure what things bring you joy in life, what are the activities you love spending time on, if you feel lost for meaning and purpose, a good exercise is the CPP. Hear me out. C plus P equals P. Take a piece of paper. The C stands for curiosity. Write 5 to 10 things down that you are curious about. Really think about it. We all have curiosities, that things we like to open that little Pandora's box, go deep, explore, learn, Google, research. Write down those 5 to 10 things you're curious about. Now the plus P, that first P stands for passion. Write down 3 to 5 things that you are truly passionate about. Really take your time. Think about it. What things are you truly passionate about? That leads us then to the equals P, means equals purpose. Now, what the CPP does, if you take that curiosities you've written down, and you take some of that passions you've written down, see how you can connect some of those. And once you can find where your curiosity and passion get aligned, guess what you end up with? Something that can give you purpose. It doesn't always have to be work-related. Even if you don't have purpose and meaning in your work, it doesn't mean you can't have purpose and meaning in another area of your life. So, take your time today or tomorrow or this weekend and really spend some time with the CPP. Curiosity plus passion equals purpose. And what is that purpose that you can start chasing? The fourth one is practice mindfulness. It's easy to get bogged down by our schedules, time. I need to get to this meeting. I need to get this done. I need to run here. This is where we need to just pause, be present, stop. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? And great practices for this is things like meditation, yoga, quiet time in the morning. Whatever it is, it's just that we kind of disconnect from all the past, all the future, and just be in the present. Do something that brings us back to the present. And by doing that, it's easier to cultivate mindfulness. And when things go wrong, it's easy to detach from everything I'm fearing that's going to happen a day from now. What did that email say? What is going to happen now? Is my boss upset with me? Is my wife angry with me? Those are all future events. And future events have a knack to steal the happiness from the present we find ourselves in. So start cultivating mindfulness. And number 5 is laugh more. Humor is an excellent tool to get us feeling happier, to make the stress go away, even if it's just for a small while. Laughing is an amazing biological mechanism we have. You have to watch a series on comedy or a stand-up comedy show or read a funny book, spend time with a funny friend of yours or anything. Seeking out things that can make you laugh is amazing for coping with the difficulty of life sometimes. Don't be shy and don't be afraid to laugh every now and then, even if things aren't going well. It's a cheap and very effective tool. As I said, stress is a normal part of life. We can't get rid of it. But we have to start managing bouts of stress versus constant stress. That's where these 5 tips is an easy way to start cultivating positivity. Having a positive attitude, cultivating a positive attitude, gratefulness, mindfulness. It's an easy, effective tool, but you do need to put in the practice. And you'll be surprised if you really start working on it. Yes, you're still going to have stress, but you will feel less fatigued. You might have better sleep. The blood glucose response will be much better. And blood pressure, cortisol, energy, jitteriness, caffeine addiction, all these things can start getting better. But it does start with you taking action and just not sitting with that stress the whole time and not doing something proactive. If there's anything you want to know more about stress, drop me a comment down below. And I really appreciate you taking the time and effort to start changing those negative habits into something positive. And remember, be better today than you were yesterday.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it.